Creatine. It's one of the most popular supplements out there, but also one of the most misunderstood. You've probably heard it all. It's a steroid, it'll make you bald, it's bad for your kidneys, or it's just for massive bodybuilders. Today we're cutting through all the noise and getting to the real truth about creatine. What is it? Is it safe? And most importantly, should you be taking it? By the end of this video, you'll have all the facts you need to make an informed decision. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's dive deep into the world of creatine. First things first, what exactly is creatine? Let's clear this up right away. Creatine is not a steroid, it's not some strange synthetic lab chemical. It's a completely natural compound that your own body produces in your liver, kidneys, and pancreas. You also get it from foods like red meat and fish, so you're already consuming and producing creatine every single day. In your body, creatine is converted into something called phosphocreatine, which is stored in your muscles. Think of phosphocreatine as a tiny, high-speed battery for your muscle cells. It helps produce a molecule called ATP, which is the main energy currency of your cells. When you're doing short, intense bursts of activity, like lifting a heavy weight or sprinting, your body needs ATP, and it needs it fast. Creatine gives you that rapid energy supply. So how does supplementing with creatine actually work? When you take a creatine supplement, you're essentially topping up your muscle's natural creatine stores. This process is called muscle saturation. With more phosphocreatine available, your muscles have more immediate energy to draw from during high-intensity exercise. What does this mean for you in the gym? It means you might be able to squeeze out 1 or 2 more reps on your bench press, sprint a little faster, or recover more quickly between sets. Over time, this ability to perform more work can lead to greater gains in strength, muscle mass, and overall athletic performance. It's not a magic pill that builds muscle for you, but it is a powerful tool that allows you to work harder and push your limits further, which in turn stimulates more growth. Now for the big question, is it safe? This is where a lot of the myths come from. Let's tackle them one by one. Myth number 1, creatine damages your kidneys. This is probably the most common concern, but it's been extensively debunked by science. For healthy individuals, numerous long-term studies have shown that creatine supplementation, even over several years, does not harm kidney function. The confusion often comes from the fact that creatine can slightly increase levels of creatinine in the blood, which is a marker used to test kidney function. However, this is just a natural byproduct of having more creatine in your system and not a sign of kidney damage. Of course, if you have a pre-existing kidney condition, you should always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, including creatine. Myth number 2, creatine causes hair loss. This rumor stems from a single, small study from 2009 that found creatine increased levels of a hormone called DHT, which is linked to male pattern baldness. However, this study has never been replicated, and the increase in DHT was still within the normal clinical range. The vast majority of scientific evidence has not found a direct link between creatine and hair loss. If you're genetically predisposed to baldness, you might lose your hair with or without creatine. For most people, it's simply not a concern. And what about bloating and water retention? When you first start taking creatine, you might notice you gain a few pounds. This is because creatine draws water into your muscle cells. This is a good thing. It's called cellular hydration, and it's part of how creatine works. This is not the same as the bloat you get from eating salty foods. It's intracellular water, meaning it's inside the muscle, making it look fuller and more pumped, not soft. So who should consider taking creatine? While it's often associated with bodybuilders, the benefits extend much further. If you're involved in any sport that requires short bursts of power, think sprinting, jumping, weightlifting, CrossFit, or even team sports like soccer and basketball, creatine can give you a competitive edge. It helps with explosive power and recovery. Vegetarians and vegans can also see significant benefits. Since the main dietary sources of creatine are meat and fish, those on plant-based diets tend to have lower baseline levels in their muscles. Supplementing can help them bridge that gap and see more pronounced effects on their performance, but the benefits don't stop at the gym. Emerging research is exploring creatine's role in brain health. Since your brain also uses a ton of energy, some studies suggest that creatine may help with cognitive function, memory, and protecting against neurological diseases. It's a really exciting area of research that's still developing. All right, let's say you've decided to give it a try. What's the best way to take it? There are many different forms of creatine on the market, like creatine HCl, ethyl ester, and buffered creatine, all claiming to be superior. But honestly, you can't go wrong with the classic creatine monohydrate. It is the most studied, most proven, and cheapest form available. Don't fall for the expensive marketing hype. Good old monohydrate works perfectly fine. As for dosage, there are two main approaches. The first is the loading phase. This involves taking about 20 grams per day, split into 4 5-gram doses for about 5 to 7 days. This quickly saturates your muscles. After the loading phase, you drop down to a maintenance phase of 3 to 5 grams per day. The second approach is to skip the loading phase altogether and just start with the maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams per day. This method will take longer to saturate your muscles, maybe about 3 to 4 weeks, but you'll get to the same place eventually, and it can be gentler on your stomach if you're sensitive. Both methods work, so it's really a matter of personal preference. When should you take it? Honestly, timing doesn't seem to matter all that much. Some people swear by taking it before their workout, others take it after. The most important thing is consistency. Just take your 3 to 5 grams every single day, whether it's a training day or a rest day. The goal is to keep your muscle stores topped up. You can mix it with water, juice, or put it in your protein shake. A little tip, mixing it with some carbohydrates might slightly improve absorption. Because the insulin spike helps shuttle the creatine into your muscles more effectively, but it's not a huge difference. The key is just to take it daily. And do you need to cycle it? The old advice was to take creatine for a few months and then take a break. But modern research shows that continuous, long-term use is perfectly safe for healthy individuals. There's no need to cycle on and off. So let's wrap this all up. What is the final truth about creatine? It's a natural, safe, and incredibly effective supplement for improving strength, power, and muscle growth. It is not a steroid, it will not ruin your kidneys, and it's highly unlikely to make you go bald. It works by providing your muscles with rapid energy for high-intensity exercise, allowing you to train harder and see better results over time. The best, most proven, and most affordable form is creatine monohydrate. A simple dose of 3 to 5 grams per day is all you need to reap the benefits. It's one of the very few supplements on the market that is backed by decades of strong scientific evidence. If you're serious about your training and looking for a legal, safe, and effective edge, creatine is definitely worth considering. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this cleared up some of the confusion surrounding creatine. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more no-nonsense fitness content. Got any questions or your own experiences with creatine? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.